Vedanta's assets are in India level, earning in rupee primarily.
The first point he makes about is the art of investing. He says that
I think Silicon Valley Bank learned this lesson the hard way, and they bought 30-year bonds, which lost in value overnight.
the next most important thing, which
Hmm.
Howard Marks talks about, is building second level thinking, which is what he calls it. He says second level thinking is deep, complex, and convoluted. So he says, first, for second level thinking, you have to go beyond whatever initially pops out at you. If you think ITC is going to make record profits, then your first level thinking says, yes, let's buy on, let's buy more, and pile on. But then the second level thinking says, okay, what if the market has already priced this in? What if the market is already very bullish? And that can be your second level thinking. So an example of this was with before the Ukraine-Russia war started, when Russia was conducting military exercises on its border, and then it finally invaded. The Russian ruble crashed enormously. So what we had identified was, yes, it's definitely something which the ruble is going to suffer and Russia is going to suffer sanctions. But we realized that Russia is exporting an inelastic product. It's exporting
Hmm.
oil, something which everyone needs, even if whatever, regardless of whatever sanctions are imposed. So there will be some way in which Russia will be allowed to export oil regardless of whatever sanctions are imposed, and be it through a backhanded trade with India. But the idea is that the ruble fell enormously when it didn't have to suffer so bad. So the second level thinking tells you that maybe the market is being too harsh on the Russian ruble, and maybe you could have bought some Russian ruble as the market fell and kept it until it regained some of it, until the panic subsided.
So that was the call we gave. That is, you short the Russian ruble, cover it at the bottom, and then sell it again at near value. So
Yeah.
you would have done what Cantillon did during the Mississippi bubble. You would have sold the ruble, dropped it, bought the ruble, and again sold it.
Yes. But what again Keynes says is that the market can be irrational longer than you can remain solvent. And that comes to a point where you don't want to use leverage in any of these bets. Because
I
these
don't.
unless you have
There,
enormous pockets.
no, there are two things in this. One is use of leverage. I'm in the Buffett camp where I don't believe in use of leverage at all, and I'm not in the Soros camp in that. I don't have that kind of nerves. And the second thing is, how much can I afford to lose? I'm an extremely defensive investor. There is in economics a concept called Kelly's criterion. Kelly's criterion tells us how much money we can afford to lose. You invest what you can afford to lose. If you have noticed me working with you over the last, I think you are now doing it for 4 years. You started at 16 or 15. Now you are
Yeah.
at 4 years. We've always pitched small, sometimes too small, but we have never gone too big. We've always
Yes.
gone small. This is Kelly's criteria. Mathematically, I have not done the mathematical calculation. For me, the mathematical calculation will be far higher than what I am investing today on a deal. But you can
Yeah.
mathematically calculate exactly how much you want to lose. And that gives you great peace of mind that you don't have to open your stock market and see every day what have I invested. You have
Yes.
invested
Uh,
only what you can afford to lose.
yeah.
This
Something
is a
which,
very important role.
yeah. And something which Howard Marks also says is that buying something for less than its value, that's what it's all about. But then buying at a discount and having the asset's price move towards its value doesn't require serendipity. It requires market participants wake up to reality. So when the market's functioning properly, value exerts a magnetic pull on price. As long as your assessment of intrinsic value is correct to some extent, no asset can be out of favor for way too long.
Exactly. And this is what happened when the margin of safety becomes too much. Two of our most famous cases has been Indian Tobacco Company and Karnataka Bank. I remember
Yeah,
you buying Karnataka Bank at 40 rupees.
yeah,
And from 40, it moved up to 153 because the book value has moved from 150 to 280 or 288 is the book value now. You bought it when the book value was 150 and the book
yeah.
value went to 288. Even today at 150, there's a huge margin of safety there in Karnataka Bank. And
Yeah.
same thing happened with ITC. I remember both of us discussing the entire year's profit of Nykaa was only 3 days profit of ITC. And
Yeah.
ITC was available at some 14 times earnings at that time, whereas this was at 2000 times earnings.
Yes.
So
And
it was an absolute no-brainer. And if you went in at even at 200, you would have made
yeah.
100% and still have about 8% in yield. The
Yes.
dividend yield will give you 8%, and you would have made more than 100%. That is the kind of mispricing it is possible in a bull market. But you should have the courage of conviction to stay with it. People will invent so much stories on why it is not correct. In fact, ITC never holds a investor meet. They scared ITC into a meet in Investor Day celebration, where Sanjay Puri came out to meet investors. There were stories on why it will never give value. But all around the time, it was a chance for you to keep accumulating that stock.
As long as the market didn't wake up.
The market never
And
woke up.
another company which comes to mind, which was a no-brainer, was GSS back in the pandemic. And I went across Screener and I looked at companies trading under working capital and no debt. And this was a company which was trading under working capital, no debt, and profitable. And
Hmm.
the price fell even lower. The market pushed it even lower than 26 or 27 rupees, where I bought it to 21 or something. And I got scared and I waited for it to correct back. And it was maybe 2 rupees more than what I had bought it for, and I sold it because I
I
thought I
held
made
on.
a mistake. And yeah, you held on to it in your account.
Hmm.
And now the company which
Hmm.
we bought it around 20, 25 rupees, 24 rupees, at its peak was trading at above 300 bucks. So
How much is
it
it
really goes
trading
to,
now?
now it's fallen back to around 150 or so. So the idea is that
But
we'll never get that 225 rupee price back again. But the
yeah,
idea is that the market never stays. The Benjamin Graham rule works, and the proof is in
yeah.
the pudding.
And all this was in a tearing bull market. It was not a bear
Yes.
market. And the company where everybody is making a mistake today is Wipro.
Yeah.
But I am not calling Wipro big because people don't have the patience to wait. It may take 10 years. The problem in Wipro is the perception that Premji is not interested in letting go.
Yeah.
And Premji controls 72% of the company. And therefore, Premji is not allowing setting the company free. But why should I set my company free? You want to be Premji's partner, you invest in that company.
Yeah. So that covers pretty much a few points from the most important thing, and depending on how or the audience receives it, and we can discuss it more in further videos.
Yeah, I think we can definitely look at further views. Guys, thank you for watching this. I have come here after a long time. I really enjoyed doing this. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this. And this is nearly 10 days later. I have come back to Be Rich because I have held up doing other things. I hope I can come more and give Shashwat some time. Thank you for supporting Be Rich. Kindly like this video because the algorithm pushes this only if you go and like the video. Please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time me and Shashwat have a chat. Once again, thank you for your support for Be Rich. I will be in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia on the 11th of June this year. That is a Sunday. I want to meet you guys at Sheraton Imperial Hotel between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. on that day. The Sheraton Imperial Hotel is in Jalan Sultan Ismail area near Quill City Mall. The Kuala Lumpur monorail railway station is available nearby. You can meet me there. For further details, you can contact us on the WhatsApp number below or send us an email at the email given below. My team will contact you at the earliest. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.